I love the changes of the season. I know I told you I loved it when spring got here, and then we talked about summer being wonderful, but now it's almost time for fall. So keep watching. Hi, it's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe. We're going to have a wonderful fall fabric fest today. We have some beautiful new fabrics to show you, and each one of the quilts you see is made with one of my 3-yard quilt patterns. We do have multiple books in print. Our books will show you the patterns, and then on the back you can see all 8 quilts that are in the books, and inside you'll be able to see how to make your quilt either in a lap, a twin, or a king queen. So the books are great. However, we also have small patterns, so we'll be showing you some of those as well. So with no further ado, let's get started. Our first quilt is the Checkmate pattern, and Checkmate is great for any kind of pattern that fabric that you want to use that has a great showy fabric up here, and we have some beautiful leaves to show you on this. So this is your focus fabric, and then you have a 4-patch here. Super fast to put together, so if you want a new quilt for the fall, this is the one to do. Now this is the fabric that we have, and remember I said it had some leaves, but it also has some pumpkins and pears. We live in East Texas and we have hard pears, and I love those pears. They make the best pear cobbler. So this one is really a very attractive one that would look great in this large strip. That is the width of the fabric, and we've just trimmed it down a little, and then we have the big enough so that you can really see a good swatch of this. Now you make a 4-patch with this here, so we're going to use these 2 great fall colors, this kind of a rusty color with the tan. That's going to pick up these colors and this color. It's a great quilt for the fall, and it's called Give Thanks. 8021-586 is your kit number. So if you're checking with fabriccafe.com to purchase a kit, you'll want to either look for Give Thanks or the number. This particular pattern comes as an individual. It also comes in the book Quilts for Kids. Now the next one is a book pattern from one of my books. Let's see, it's from Fast and Fun, and it's called Courtyard. And this particular one has a block here, and I'll block this out so you can see it because it's a real super easy block to put together. Has a lot of good movement in it. I like a quilt that you can kind of enjoy traveling around looking at it with your eyes. Has a center block here. So let's put that up here. And we have some cool fabric. We don't have this fabric available, but we got so excited when we found the manufacturer had brought it out in another colorway. So this is the identical fabric to this, only it is in with a blue background. So this is going to look great. So rather than the browns and the beiges over here predominant, this has a little blue added to it. This will be your number 1 fabric here. And then your number 2 fabric will go here. Your number 3 fabric will go in this section. And as I said, let's do a blocking on that so you can see this cool block. So you're going to make your units, and they're going to look like this. So we'll put this and this. And so you make the units like this. You sew 4 units together, and you have this great block. Super simple to do. You don't have to worry too much about corners matching up because you've got all the same color right there. It's kind of cool. So this one is called Autumn Adventure. 8021-587. Courtyard is your pattern from Fast and Fun book, but Courtyard is only available in that book. So because any 3 yards will work with any one of my patterns, we give you an alternate concept. So this particular pattern could be used, and it's called It's a Snap, and I think it would look great. Now the next one that we're going to do is the Friendship Star. The Friendship Star is a fun one because you've got that big block to show off a pretty fabric, and then you've got an alternate block in the Friendship It's great for gifts. I always like the Friendship Star as a gift pattern, but I like it for myself too. Now this particular one is sunflowers. Sunflowers are just so wonderful. And you have the sunflower that would go in this block. And then we have this for our background color. So you can see with these two touching each other and these two touching each other, it's going to be a rich quilt. And then we have our darkest color will be the brown. It'll go here and out in the border. And this one is a lovely, lovely kit. It is called Sunflower Showcase, 8021-588. Friendship Star is the pattern. It is available as an individual. It's also available in our download book, Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilts. So you can get it either way. If you choose to buy 3 kits and get a book free, then we skip taking the little patterns. You tell us which book you want in the comments section. And if you take a download book, we will send you a code, and then you will be able to go and download that book. Now this one is another sunflower one. It is a last chance. There's only one of these remaining, but it is gorgeous, isn't it? So this one will go in your big block. And again, we put that gold up against the sunflowers, and you can see how that's going to look over here. Then your brown is going to be here and here. A great fall kit, only one remaining. So the number is 8021-589. Sunflower Smiles, Friendship Star is your pattern, and it is available in the Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilts. It's the download version. Now this one is a very popular pattern with all of our customers, and it's called Modern Charm, and it has the churn dash block with the big block showing off your fabric. So let's see what we've got for that. We live out in the middle of the country, so we have lots of trees and a lot of leaves. Now we love it in the fall while we're watching them fall, and then we get to spend many months trying to rake them up and and mulch them and put them on the garden. But when they're falling, they're gorgeous. Look at these great leaves, and then you've got the birds kind of hiding in there that are kind of camouflaged but gorgeous. There's a little bit of metallic with this one as well. So that'll be in your large block. And then your number 2 fabric would be your background fabric, which helps the design elements just kind of pop off the surface of the quilt so you can see those design elements. That will be your number 3, repeating those gold flecks like you see in the focus fabric. So we have Autumn Air, 8021-590. Modern Charm is the name of the pattern. That is only available in the book Quick as a Wink. It's not available as an individual. So we are suggesting that you use that Friendship Star pattern that we showed you with the last groupings. It would look really good in that. Okay, next we have the Byzantine Door. Byzantine Door is one that really shows off big fabric because this is a larger block. And then they're sashed. They are all strip pieced, so you make units and put them together. Love, love, love this one. Now I believe this one, we are waiting on the fabric?
We are.
Okay, so you can go to our website and click to be notified?
Yes.
Okay, I always have to check with Hannah. She knows everything. So you can ask to be notified when this fabric arrives. But we have something else, and again, 3 yards will work with any one of my patterns, and this one is awesome. It's called Thankfulness, and I love writing. I always say it's a way to say it with the quilt. You will make this as your focus fabric. That's going to go where your largest print goes in the number 1 section, so you'll have a whole block saying thankful. And then you have the number 2 block will be the alternate, and it has this great wheat showing in it. So that is going to be awesome. Then for your number 3, you have this kind of a webbing, and this is actually a little bit of a metallic. It's got a line of metallic, and it also has little squares, which goes really well with the black and gold metallic words. This is awesome. Okay, it is. 8021591. Thankfulness. Byzantine door is your pattern. It is available as an individual pattern. It's also available in the Quick and Easy 3-Yard Quilt book. That's a downloadable. Now the next one is Dash is the pattern, and we don't have this fabric available, but this is great when you want to show off 2 big blocks, whether it's 2 big bold blocks, you could do that, or you can do more of a solid color here. Let's see what we've got here though. This one's going to be awesome with that. So with this, we have more of those metallics, and this will go in your number 1 spot, and it's this great rusty red with the gold leaves on it. And then you have this particular block will be where it will appear. In the background, these are little hash marks that are actually the gold metallic. That'll go in the background. And then this one has the brown metallic. Isn't that just lovely? I love these together. So this particular one, you'll put your brown. It'll go in the brown spot here, and it'll also be in your small blocks there. So this one is 8021592. Falling leaves. I tell you, every once in a while this reading upside down gets me. Falling leaves. Dash is your pattern. Easy Peasy is the book that pattern is in. So it's available as the individual. It's also available as the book if you're buying 3 kits to get a free book. Or if you already have Easy Peasy, you might want to just look in there and then take a different single pattern. Okay, this particular pattern is called Simply Blocks. It's a super fast and easy one to do because you're making strip piecing for these units here, and then you have your main block as well. Now one thing about this pattern, and we'll put that on the table, one thing about this pattern is it's one of the few patterns that does not work with directional fabric. So if you're doing this, you have 2 choices. When you make your blocks, you would need to turn them. So then you would have a large piece with the 2 small if you're using a directional fabric. This is not a directional fabric, and I'm going to show you fabric that's not directional. And so just this particular pattern, if you're using directional, you'll want to turn the block. Otherwise, it would look like this, and here's the great fabric that we are using. And along with this, we're going to show you pieces and parts. Okay, so this is your number 1 fabric is going to go here, and this is not directional, they're tossed. And look at that cute little ladybug. So this one is going to go in here. Then you pick your light and your dark. When you look at these next 2 colors, you want to select your light for the background and your dark for the background here. And see how this has that pretty little pattern to it? It's going to show up really nicely in that other spot. Now let's talk about pieces and parts and how this is made. We'll put this right here. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut your block, and we're going to put it over here. And remember what I said about it doesn't matter. This is not a directional, so it could go this way or it could go this way because you've got your daisies going and the sunflowers going either way. Then you're going to make a strip piece. You sew 2 long pieces from selvage to the other end, and you sew those together, and then you cut your units. So if you're cutting a unit, you want to cut those off of the side of your strip just like that. And in this case, we're going to cut 2 so you can see how they go. So here is your unit. It is sewn to the side of this block, and that's how simple that block is. All right, so let's crop that out so you can see this block without the Christmassy looking fabric. And we will crop this out. So now you can see how pretty that block is. I love the way this looks with the little bit of orange that goes with this, and then that orange goes with that, and the green. I like this. Light greens and yellows. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So this one is 8021593 Dancing Daisies. Simply Blocks is your pattern, and it's from the book Quilts for Kids. Quilts for Kids, I used a lot of the children's looking fabrics, but it looks just as good in these great home decor fabrics. So if you want the book, it's download only, and if you want to take the pattern, it comes free with your kit, or buy 3 kits and you can get the book free. Now if you want to do something a little bit different, we've got a fat quarter quilt that we're going to share with you today. This is from Fran Morgan's fat quarter book, and I love this particular one. It's like you've got those green trees that are out in the woods, and then you've got trees where the colors are changing. Love, love, love this one. It's very pretty, and it's made with 12 fat quarters. And as you know, 12 fat quarters is 3 yards of fabric. So we're staying with the 3 yards concept that we have. Now, instead of using focus, light, and dark, what we do with the fat quarters, and the patterns are written this way, you've got light, medium, and dark fat quarters. And the pattern is written for those light, medium, and dark. You can see over here in the black and white diagram. And by the way, we do also give you the enlargements for the fat quarter quilts as well. All of our quilts that we show you are usually the lap size quilts, and then we will give you the instructions in the books only, have the instructions for enlarging. So again, we have our lights, our mediums, and our darks, and that is an individual kit that is sold that does not get a pattern with it, but if you buy 3 kits, then fat quarter kits or any kit, so you can even buy the regular 3-yard quilts if you want, and then you can choose this as your free book when you buy those 3 kits. If you want to just buy the book, it's $15.99. It's a great way to do stash busting as well. All right, now we've got some Last Chance. Now, if you've just joined us, Last Chance is simply kits that we have on the web. We're getting low on inventory. We want you to have an opportunity to pick one of those up. So let's look at some of these Last Chances. And this is so much fun, and fun fall colors. Now this is the fabric number 1 is your focus fabric, and then you have 2 remaining. You pick your light for number 2 and your dark for number 3. Gorgeous fabric, gorgeous autumn breezes. 8021594. Porch Rails is your pattern. Pretty Darn Quick is your book, and it is available in the book or as a pattern. There are only 5 of these remaining. If you wanted to make a king-size bed quilt, then you'd have it made because you need 4 of those. So keep that in mind when you're purchasing if you want to make them larger. Now this one is called Fluttering Leaves, another Last Chance. It has these pretty little red and orange and yellow leaves. It has a cute little gingham to go as your number 2, and as your number 3 you have this mottled brown. This one's really nice. There's only 3 left. It's 8021595. Fluttering Leaves. We're suggesting 4 square. It's a great pattern to do when you have small prints like this. And there are only 3 remaining for that. And 4 square is not available in any book. It's just an individual pattern. Now this one's gorgeous. There's only 2 of these remaining. And look at those leaves. So this one's called Fall Retreat. This is your fabric number 1. Your number 2, when you compare these 2 together, you pick your number 2 and your number 3. That is going to be Sugar Pie, the pattern that we recommend, and it is available in the Pretty Darn Quick book. There are only 2 of those remaining. And then last, we only have 1 of these. It is gorgeous. It went really fast. This one looks like a watercolor print with the sunflower. You can see the sunflower in there. It's gorgeous. That's your focus, your number 2, and your number 3. Again, the watercolor look so that it matches with these leaves that you have in it. So this one is called this one's code number 8021597, Smile Worthy. It is recommended that you use the So Quick pattern, and there's only one of these remaining. So Quick is from the Quilt Favorites, which is also a download-only book. Okay, so I've been talking about the books. Remember, you can get one free when you buy 3 kits. You just write the name in the comment section of your order, and we will add the book to your order. And each pattern in the books are written for a lap, a twin, or a king-queen. The books all have 8 different patterns. You can also select the Fat Quarter book as your freebie if you want. It is made with 3 yards of fabric, but there are 12 assorted prints. So it's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe. Be sure to subscribe and click the little bell so we can send you notifications so you can see our next videos. And share it with your friends and let them know what a fun place it is to go and learn more about coordinating fabric and quick quilt patterns. So it's Donna Robertson with Fabric Cafe. Have a great day.